This
Right.
conference will now be recorded.
Mm, pivot table, correct? Everybody has typed the data. Class. Put one if yes. Okay. I missed the data. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
It was employee ID, correct? The name, serial number.
Ma'am, it had
The,
employee ID, system code,
mm,
name, address, phone number, designation, date of joining, and salary.
that's all.
Even phone number, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, there was designation as well.
Now I have the data what you have. Select the whole data. Click on pivot table. Why is this pivot table used? See, when I have a huge data like these, I may have 200, 300 columns with thousands of rows. Okay, in that situation, what I want to do is I want to summarize a particular data. Maybe I want only the names and the system code, and I want to know how many are there, how many managers I have. So who are those managers? So in those time we can consolidate. We can just summarize into a brief the data through pivot table. So select the whole data, click on pivot table. You have here is the range. So in case you have not selected the data, when you click on pivot table, you can come here, select a table or range, and then from A1 to H21 or whatever you have. My screen is
Ma'am,
stuck.
your screen is stuck, ma'am.
Okay, 1 second. Now you can see. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
click on pivot table. When you click on pivot table, please mute yourself if you're not okay. So when I click on pivot table, I get this table here. So it says create pivot table. In that you will have one option of select table or range. So if I have not selected this table, I can select it after I click on pivot table. So choose an external data means if I do not have it in this, I can take it as a connection. I can link from different data. So as of now, I have selected, so automatically I have got the range here, and then choose where you want the pivot table report to be placed. So either new worksheet or the existing worksheet. First, I will show you in a new worksheet, and then I will show you in the existing worksheet. So keep your cursor in new worksheet. Click on OK. When you click on OK, you get an option here of pivot table fields. This fields gives you the list of all the data you have here. Okay, see all your data are here. So now it's your choice how you want your table to be. Like you want only one or which column you want. It is not something like filtering from through columns. So which is the column you want to filter, which are the columns you don't want. So what you do is, for example, I want names in rows. So you can just click on the tick mark, or you can click, drag, and put them in rows. Okay. As I had repeated names, no. So that is why it is showing me only these names. But for you, you will not have repeated names. So for you, it will be showing a list of 20. Okay. And then values first, like salary. So automatically, if there are numbers, it goes to values. When I just click, see, it goes to values. But if I don't want to values, I want them in columns. So how many are there in 40,000? How many is taking 50,000? How many is who's drawing 5 lakhs? Who's drawing? So you can see it from here, or you can usually when there are numbers, we put them in values. Now I had told you to repeat the addresses. The reason is to show to put them in the filters. Click and drag and put them in the filters. So you can see here on the top you have a filter. Class, after the class is started, no, you don't have to put that in the group, your assignments. Okay. I told you by Sunday you have to send. If you have not sent, don't send. Not after the class is started. Then you can see that the address I have put in filters. What is this use? So when I click here, so I want to know who all are there in HRBR. Click OK. So Rono stays in HRBR. Same way I want to know Rajajinagar. So Konu stays in Rajajinagar. So this is how what this happens when you put that in the filter. All okay, you get that back. Is this part clear, class? Everybody is able to do. I'll give you 2 minutes. Try doing it. Anyhow, I am doing it again with a
Ma'am,
existing sheet. Yeah, I will repeat it again. Anyhow, I'll show it in the existing sheet. So just try it as of whatever you have followed me doing this now. Okay, class, and show you the next one. Same one. The procedure is everything same, but we had put that in the new sheet. We'll put it in the existing sheet. Select, click, drag. Pivot. Existing worksheet. So here, when it comes to existing worksheet, I am supposed to give where I want my table to be, like which particular cell, from where particular cell I want my table to be, I am supposed to specify. So we will specify that as F50. We'll specify that as G50. Okay. So in G50, that is sheet number 44, G50, I want my pivot table. Do OK. So you get to your right, you get the pivot table field in the same sheet. So you just have to either select, okay, or click and drag. So I want the designation in this column. and then my salary in values. See, what does this table show me here is, for example, when you're doing, you close this, okay? And now you can see I had 4 times Kono. So one is accounts admin, manager, and project manager. So that's how it is showing mine. You will have here as 111, or you will have that particular salary only once for the rest of the 20s. Your pivot table and my pivot table, it will be a little different in view. So you have removed the field. You want the field again, click on field list, you will get the field. So when you have a pivot table on, you have two important topics, that is slicer and timeline. Slicer is nothing but to filter them on more. It just slice the data. Insert. So I want address. Okay, so it's something like filter only. You'll get it in these tabulars like this. So what you do is, I want from Hanuman Nagar. Okay, I want only to know what are there in Hanuman Nagar. Yes, tell me.
Can you repeat the recent part which you did?
You have a pivot table. Keep your cursor on the pivot table. Insert tab, slicer. So you get a list of insert slicer. All your headings will come. So I went to address. Click on address. So you get this. On this, as you can see, they're all dark in color. That means everything is there on the table. I want to know only Hanmanagar people. See, only Hanmanagar is dark in color, rest all is light. So I want to know Jayanagar. Okay, so that's how you do with slicer. Having one, you can put number of slices. You can put one more slicer.
Oh, ma'am, where is that slicer, ma'am?
Either in the insert tab, one. See here in filters, insert tab filters, or here also in the analyze. When I have a pivot table, I get two this telling analyze and design. So in analyze, you will have insert slicer here.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can put one more slicer. I will put salary. Salary I've given there. It's okay because phone numbers are not. Okay. So I want people only of 5,000. See now what happens when I have two slicers. I want to know HRVR person taking 40,000. So see, you can see it changes because there is no HRVR person taking 40,000. Jayanagar 50,000. So only Jayanagar 50,000 is seen. Hanuman Nagar 80,000. Hanuman Nagar 80,000 is seen. So when it says, sorry, 8 lakhs, when it says 8 lakhs, there are no, you can see these are faded. So 8 lakhs HRPR is not there. See, it will not show. That's how when you have 2-3 slices, you can play with your pivot tables. Do them. When you delete it, it goes. It gives you back your original data. Give you 2 minutes. Try them class. Once done, put 1 so that I will know that we can continue.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am,
Tell me.
ma'am, could you show how you added in the second slicer?
Same. Your cursor must be in on the pivot table. Insert, slicer, first one. You can add two together only. Now I'll go with the second one. Okay. So I get two together. Or
Okay, ma'am,
else,
thank
if
you.
you have one, keep your cursor in the pivot table. See, for slicer, either it must be a pivot table or a regular table. It cannot be just a data. Okay.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Class if done, put one. Everyone are able to do. I can ask you any questions. You'll be able to answer me, right? Okay. Next we have is timeline. Timeline is also the one option to filter, but it is to be filtered only when you have a pivot table and when there is a date format in the pivot table. So without a date format in your pivot table, you will not be able to do with the uh, timeline. Timeline is when you have dates in your pivot table, it will categorize, it will filter according to the dates. Okay. Now, what you should do is keep your cursor on the pivot table, click on timeline. So I have only date of joining in the pivot table. So only date of joining is seen. Okay. So you can get this. Like I want to see June, August, September. Nobody is there. So I'll go here. You have year wise. So you can go year wise 19. So I have so many people in 19. I have so many people in 20, 21, maybe 15 also I have 15. Okay, like that you can go for quarter, year wise quarter, you can see who all are there. Okay, and then you can see monthly, you can see daily, depends on how your data is. So we saw it yearly because I had admitted year data, so that is why we went through yearly, and it's up to your choice how you want that to be. So you can take that particular data as such. I will show you again class. Click on pivot table. Click on pivot table. Go to insert tab, timeline. Click on date of joining. Okay. So you get date of joining here. So quarterly, monthly, yearly, you can categorize them. Okay, is that clear? I'll give you 2 minutes. Try this topic, then we'll go with
Ma'am, can you
the
repeat it?
charts. Keep your cursor on the pivot table. Insert tab, timeline. As I have only one date formatted column, so only date of joining is seen. Okay, so that's how you get a table here. Yearly, quarterly, monthly, days wise. This is how you can view them. Ankita, you're there? Ankita, can you share your screen and show me how to do with the slicer? Ankita, you should be fast. Answer me fast. You cannot take the whole class. Okay, I'll make you the presenter. Share your screen. I'm not able to do so. Why is that? You can speak up. Gauri M.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, you did you screen share any of the time? No, no.
No, ma'am.
Can you do that now?
Ma'am, I'm
And
using phone. Can I show it in the camera? Like,
yeah, you can do that.
okay. Ma'am, can you see the screen?
One second. No.
No.
Yeah, you do, you do. I can know what you're doing. If you can take your camera towards the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do put a slicer.
Yes.
Okay. Sindhu, NV, you're there? Sindhu NV. She was there and Hamsa.
Yes,
Hamsa, you're
ma'am.
there?
Yes, ma'am.
You can screen your share your screen and show me timeline.
Ma'am, I'm using the phone. Can I on my camera, ma'am?
Yes, sure. Click do. That is a slicer what you put now.
Yes, ma'am.
I asked you for a timeline. Delete all those slices. Show me only with timeline.
Ma'am, it's coming like this, ma'am.
That is because you do not have date in your data. Where is your data?
Yeah, ma'am.
Do you have date of joining there?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is your pivot table?
Ma'am, I don't know
Okay,
to
take
do
your
that.
time and do. You take your time and do. Okay, you ask me if you have doubt.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now, as I had told you to put names and marks. Then I told you, no? Okay, select. So when we say charts, charts can be only done. Okay, I did not do it. See, recommended pivot table means where the system shows that there are few recommended tables, and on that where you can just use them. Okay, where the system already makes tables for you. See, like Jayanagar, how many are there, or the address and system code and salary. Same way it gives you this. So these are some few which are already done by the Excel, so that you can. Plus, I think I missed you. What is that you heard last?
Now you were talking about recommended pivot tables.
Okay, then you've not missed. Okay, so recommended where it gives you by default some according to your data. Okay, according to this data, it gives you some default like these. Okay, so you can select any one of them. You can use them as a pivot table. You can put slices in them, put timeline in them. You don't have to create another pivot table if you're using from a recommended pivot. Then you have tables where you can insert table. Remember, only when it is a pivot table or a table, the data in Excel is recognized. What do you mean by recognized? Recognized in sense now as I said, when you put slicer in timeline, you must have a pivot table, or else for timeline it will not be shown. It will give you an error. It will give you a note message. So why is that not being available? So here, when it is a table, the data gets a name. So further in the functions, or when you're using that for something else, you will have one particular named data where you can directly use. For example, if this is table 1, it automatically takes as table 1, and wherever I want to use this, I can use this as table 1. Okay, and further, when we go to functions and all those things, you will get to know what is the difference when you don't have a data and when you don't have a table and when you have a table. So you select the data where you want the table, select OK. So it gives you a table here. Or you can also select the number of rows and columns you want and click on table. It gives you a table. Same when I have a table, it asks me.
Your screen is stuck.
Ma'am, screen is stuck, ma'am.
I don't know what's the problem here. One second. So you were not able to see the table. So okay. So select the data, click on table. Okay, so you get a table for this. When you get a table, as it is the third table I put, so it is showing me as table 1. Table 3 you can name the table anything you want. Okay. Same way you can select the more informations and all. one by one I will let you know anything. I'm not jumping any of the topics. Okay, wherever it is required, now remove duplicates, convert to range. So I'll teach you whenever that particular topics come. Next, names and marks. So here only in Excel you can put charts. Okay, nowhere else this chart option is been available. For example, now when I put this, I'm selecting the name and marks. I'll click on the column chart. I go to a 2D column chart. Click. When I click on this, you get a design tab, same as pictures. You can change, you can switch rows to column, select dates, particular which data you want, only those data to be seen. So I don't want these. Okay. Okay. And you can change the chart type completely. So I'll convert that to bar chart. You can change the colors. Okay. Add the elements you want to add. So you can know the changes here. Same way titles. Chart title. Labels. Tables with the table. Legends. Okay. All these you can have that in the design tab. So I'll just show you one word where you can see the difference when it is Excel and MS Word. So I put a data. Excuse me. So I have a data here. Okay. What I will do is for this data, I will put a chart. Okay. See, is this chart what my data was? Is this the chart what my data was? No. The problem here is I will not be able to show you both the screens together, I believe. But I will try. Now you can see both the screens together. Okay, so here you can see we have got an Excel screen attached to the word screen. What happens is, if I put a word in Excel, it gives me a chart in Word. It gives me a default chart from Excel. If I have to put chart according to my data, then I have to change the data here in this default data, not the data what I have put. See, I'll close this. My data was this, correct? But what chart I got was just some default chart. See, there is nothing related to the data we have put. But in case of Excel, what happens? I get the exact data. Okay. So now what I want you to do is, I want you to copy paste this. Okay, like these, how we did for conditional formatting. Give a heading here, what chart you are doing. For example, you're doing with 2D column chart. Give here as 2D column chart name, put a column chart below that. Next, 3D column chart, put a column chart below that. 2D bar, put a bar. 3D bar, put a bar. Same way, I want you to do all these charts. So total you will have around 22 charts. Maybe you can do 15 of them. Any 15 I want you to do. One thing, when it is scatters area stock, this data will not work. So I want you to search for what kind of data you will put for those kind of stock charts, and I want you to put them. Is that clear? If you do not, then in tomorrow's class I'll give you data, you can work on that. I'll give you a little time to practice that. By the time I'll take attendance, answer your attendance. Class, 1 second before I take attendance. What I'll do is I'll just no, because what I feel is I will call out the name later only. Anyhow, I get your attendance because I call and you say you don't answer me or you're not able to mute, unmute, and then it is absent. So leave that to me. I will see it your this and I will give you the attendance. We will discuss that in the later classes if in case there are some variations in the attendance. Okay, so put charts. Put all those 15 charts. Take a photo and put in the group. And once done, put one here. Anyone have doubt on how to put a chart? You want me to show another one?
Yes,
Pie
ma'am.
chart. Select the data, pie chart. So you get a pie chart. You can add the elements here. You can give a quick layout for it. change them. Switch. See, it's a pie chart. There is no switch rows to columns, column to row. So you should manage the designs also. What kind of this you want. I mean, what kind of chart you are applying. Is that clear with everyone? Will you be able to do 15 charts? Yes, okay. Do that. Once done, put a photo in the group and put one here. Anybody, I'll tell to show me what you have done, share the screen or your camera, whatever you must be able to do. Okay, and you are around 47, 48 people and hardly I get 16, 18 answers here. Please ask me if you have any doubts.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, when we do a suppose 2D column chart, on the
Mhm.
y-axis there should be numbers, right? Like suppose on 10,000 it touches, the line touches. So for me that is not coming.
You can share and show me.
Yes, ma'am. I have to make me the organize or
Yeah,
presentation.
I'll make you the present. You can do it.
Yeah, is it seen, ma'am?
Hmm.
Yeah, so
You
like,
do in front. Do
yes,
that
ma'am.
in front.
Uh, suppose if we go here. Oh, now it's coming.
That's because you showed
In
me, huh?
this,
It got
no,
scared.
ma'am, like, no, like in this
See,
chart, in the first one,
uh-huh.
it's not there. So that's why
See,
I
no,
asked.
the thing is, there are too many columns here. Okay, so in this chart also, what you're showing, the first one, there are
Mm-hmm.
different sheets there. But as what it is taken is, it is taken only 50,000. You can see here 42,000, 50,000 to your left, correct?
Yeah,
So there only
yes, ma'am.
that is being shown. Here, there are three columns. Everything is being shown, but the way it is
Mm-hmm.
shown is different. That is why I took
Okay,
only names and marks so that it is easier for you to understand for now. Later, I'll be giving you such data where you can work on that uh, different charts where a little complicated ones. Okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
So different charts and different ways of presentation, right now.
correct. Different columns, different types. See, you have
Yeah,
three
different.
numbers for
Right.
rice. So that is how it has come like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
Mm, Ishta. Nishta, what is the thing I told you? Copy paste the data, name the data, put the chart below that. I make you those kind of datas because any time in future, not only till the classes are done, you'll get to know what kind of what data is. So that is the reason I give you assignments with headings, compulsory headings. Okay, do that as I said.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, listen. While doing that, you can also do this. Now, when I put a chart, you see I got a diagram like this, correct? So I just want a chart for a reference. In that time, we can use slicers, sorry, sparklines. Sparklines are the charts for single rows, okay? What happens for that also, I have to select only a single column, single row chart. You will get. Select only marks. I'll go to column, give where you want the chart to come. So I'll put it in one of the cell here. Okay. See, I've got a chart for this. I repeat, select only one row, go to insert tab, go to, I'll put line, give the location range where you want the spark line. Okay. Is that clear with everyone? Put one if yes. Okay. Now continue doing your charts. And one assignment for today is I want you to try with this win-loss sparkline. I want, see when I put this data for win-loss sparkline, I get it like this, okay? I want my chart to be like this. So what your assignment is, I want you to put a data which suits win-loss, and you don't have to put a photo, nothing. Whoever I ask must be able to answer me the assignment. If you don't get the answer, I want to know that you have tried.
Ma'am, can you repeat the sparkline?
Select only one row, click on sparkline, select only one column, click on sparkline, select the cell where you want the sparkline and do OK. You get it there.
Okay, ma'am.
Class, I don't understand why are you all doing the same thing? You have 15 charts but not 15 data. How is that possible? What did I tell? I told you to copy paste the data, give a heading, put a chart. Again, copy paste it, give a heading, put a chart. Pooja Singh, Angela, Gauri. Gauri, there is no data only charts. I told the same to who was the one who put the chart first. I told her the same thing, correct, for Nikita. I told her the same thing.
Ma'am, that was Nishtha.
Sorry, Nishtha. Correct. Sindhu, they're all doing right.